Alright, this is the question I received. How do you put your mind at ease within the traditional martial arts? I meditate 7 days a week for 2 hours a day. I stretch for 40 minutes a day, 7 days a week, and I feel my mind is not at ease still. Would love to hear your opinions on this. Alright, so if you are truly a master of meditation or a long practitioner of meditation, then your mind should be at ease for most of the day, and you say you meditate 7 days a week for 2 hours a day, but what type of meditation are you doing? Is it truly meditation, or do you think it's meditation but it's not truly meditation? There's a big difference. And then you say you stretch 40 minutes a day 7 days a week, but are you truly stretching? Are you stretching properly? Some people could just be like, alright, I'm stretched, or okay, I'm done. I mean, like, it depends on the quality of the stretching, how you do it. It's not just saying, this is what I do. And meditation is even much more complex than stretching. I'm just using stretching as an example, but meditation is, very few people truly know how to meditate, and there's a very few people that are meditation masters, so few to the point where they might come by every few hundred or few thousand years. Like how often does a Jesus Christ come by, or a Buddha, or a Lao Tzu? You're talking about centuries go by, and these are truly masters of meditation. So a meditation master is extremely rare, and what is rare as well are true practitioners of meditation who are truly in meditation, not just a facade. I mean, being a master of meditation, or being a advanced practitioner of meditation, does not just involve, putting on robes and just shaving your head and just closing your eyes and just sitting still. It's something much more difficult than just that. You're talking about being a master of your mind, and being able to clear the mind and be at peace, be at ease, and just have no thoughts, no unnecessary thoughts, and you're just in the moment at all times. And how can anybody ever prove that they are an advanced practitioner of meditation? So because there's so very few advanced practitioners of meditation, it's just something that very few people know how to actually do, because there's nobody even really qualified to teach it. And you pretty much have to come upon your own understanding and development in it, because there's no one around you qualified to teach it. So essentially you have to discover it within you. The answers are within you, and that's going to take a very long time. I might liken meditation to having such good control over your mind, that it's likened to somebody who could do the splits with absolutely no problems. It just comes so easy. Middle split, front split, whatever stretch, they're just completely flexible. So they could go at any range of motion upon demand. So an advanced person of meditation is just somebody who has that range as well. He could use the mind, and then he could be in no mind. He has that range with his with his control of his mind. It's just that he just goes through life with a minimal suffering, because he just has a deeper understanding of truth and reality, and he just views the world very differently than the average person, because he has a true understanding of yin yang, you know. So I question whether or not you're truly meditating for those 2 hours a day that you think you're meditating. You might be just sitting there, sitting still, but you're not truly meditating, you know. So I think you need to work on your practice, and be patient, but it's just hard to teach. I can't teach it just in this video alone, and I can't just make a step-by-step process of how to do it, because it's a thing where I feel if you learn it from somebody, you need to learn it from a guru, a master, or somebody that's there to guide you, that has the time and is able to just guide you through the process of the different things that you're going to go through as you meditate, and the person will help explain things to you and keep you on the path. It's an extremely hard thing to teach. It really is. So I don't know what to say, but all I'm saying is, if you're really good at meditation, you'd find more peace with it. I could share my own personal experiences with my meditation practice to give you a glimpse of, how things might be for you. But as far as actually teaching somebody, all I could do is maybe introduce the basics of what I know, but I can't really be here to guide people as a guru or whatever the case may be. It's just something that I'm constantly trying to work on developing and bettering within myself, that I feel that it's a lifelong practice. And to be a true master in the meditation, to me it almost looks at it like a impossible reality for me, something that just can't happen, but to be at more ease of the mind, it can be very difficult, depending on whatever is your challenge, whatever is your addiction, I have my challenges myself, and how do I stay at ease? It depends on what experience you're going through. I don't want to go too in depth into my personal experience, but it's more like acceptance of how things are, or how things are meant to be, and just accepting it and not going against it. So basically not swimming upstream, and just going with the flow of where life takes you. Accepting, not denying, not trying to change how things are supposed to be. I think that's a huge key component. Learning to let things go, learning to know when it's time to let go. One of the biggest things is just learning how to detach yourself, to not be attached. That's one of the biggest struggles for everybody in their struggle in developing meditation, are attachments. And everybody has different types of attachments. People could be attached to money, to love, to women, to sex, to fame, to life, to physical beauty, to just whatever it is, material possessions, the homes, the cars, whatever. And you need to learn how to detach yourself from all of it and truly be detached. And that's one of the biggest challenges for anybody, But whatever you're thinking about, whatever's in your mind that's driving, that's putting you in stress, that becomes a focal point towards developing yourself to the point where you are not attached to whatever is on your mind, and truly being free from that. Then you're going to find that peace. But it takes time. And also there could be certain trigger points. If you got a certain addiction, a certain attachment to something, there could be trigger points that keep you attached, that keep you addicted. And if you truly want to detach yourself, you have to basically not allow those trigger points to not to encourage the trigger points, basically, and then also looking into the nature of reality and how the mind functions, how desires function, how attachments function, and how it just becomes a cycle. It becomes something that is never ending. And when you see the purposelessness of it, then it could naturally make you more detached without effort, because you see that there's nothing there, that it's the same cycle over and over again. So why do you even allow yourself to go through the suffering when you don't have to, by simply taking yourself out of the cycle? But it goes very deep, and that's what I'm talking about, why you need kind of like a guru to guide you, so you could share your personal experiences with the guru, and then he could give his feedback on your specific situation. So it's almost like talking to a psychologist or a psychotherapist. They're not gurus, they're not masters of meditation, but I'm specifically referring to that personal relationship with a guru that can guide you with wisdom that's specific to your personal experiences, and that will help your way. But because there's really very few true gurus that can ever be found, because they're so rare, you end up kind of having to find your own path, and that's gonna take some time. So you gotta be patient. Just like people that want to get more flexible, they gotta be patient. It just doesn't happen overnight. Same thing with like strength. It doesn't happen overnight. Great things do not just happen overnight. It takes time. So to be a great meditator, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes practice. But I just question whether or not you're truly meditating properly. And as far as like how to meditate properly, it's something that's so hard to teach that I can't even get into it right now. But that's more of my feedback, is that maybe you're just not practicing it properly, and that's why your mind is not at ease.